What's going on, guys? It's the son of Andrew here. Welcome back to another video. This is going to be an intro for a series that I think could really revolutionize and change my channel and what I've done on my channel up to this point, as well as hopefully kind of revolutionize and change my life, because this is something I could potentially pursue as a career, and I want to document my progress here on YouTube. So basically, this is the first episode of a kind of devlog series where I'm going to go behind the scenes, show you and update you guys on a 2D Android app, my first ever app. So this app is actually more than an Android. I'm going to be porting it over to iOS, so it's going to be on the Google Play and the App Store, so anybody with an Android phone or an iOS phone, iPhone obviously, will be able to play this game, and hopefully it's going to be released in the near future, and this series is just going to kind of document my progress in making it. So a little bit about myself before we end the video, because this really isn't going to have much in the way of, you know, talking about the game, showing you stuff about the game, or anything like that. It's just an intro for the series, but a little bit about myself. I am going to be a senior in computer science. I may not look it, but I will be a senior this coming semester in computer science, and I will be getting my 4-year bachelorate degree in computer science come next spring. I've been doing, for the most part, software development, but I've also been doing web development. I've been doing database stuff. I've been doing web server stuff. I've been doing all kinds of stuff. I have a really, really big variety of stuff that I've learned throughout my time in college. But one thing that I always wanted to do since high school, basically the reason I got into computer science in the first place, was making apps, making a game. And the app that really kicked it for me was Flappy Bird. So Flappy Bird, when that came out and I saw how simple of an app it was, how successful of an app it was, that really woke me up, and I was just like, damn. You can spend a week programming, make a game as simple as that, and if it goes big, if it goes viral, you can make a living, you can make enough money in like 2 months. I think that app was available for. I think he made enough money to live for the rest of his life. If he really wanted to, he could live off the money he made from Flappy Bird for the rest of his life. He's probably still making a ton of money, even though it's not on the App Store and hasn't been on the App Store for years. He's probably still making money off it. What I don't want you to think is that, you know, the reason I got into this was for the money. I've always been a super creative person. I've always loved to express myself and build things myself. Originally, I thought I was going to be an engineer going into school because I just loved working on stuff. I loved building stuff. I loved, you know, figuring things out, being really logical about stuff. But then I discovered computer science, and that really kind of clicked with me because I also loved video games. I loved being on the computer. I was always on the computer when I was younger, and when I could combine the computer, both the computer and my ability to, you know, kind of work on things and build things, the combination was awesome, because software development, game development, any type of development, the sky's the limit. You can make whatever your mind wants to make, you can do it. You know, there's really not too many limits on software development. Now let's move into the app, because this app is going to be the basis for the series, obviously. My goal is to make a simple 2D app game similar to Flappy Bird. I'm going to say more similar to Stack, the game Stack, than Flappy Bird. But about the same difficulty with graphics and stuff like that. It's going to be super simple. I don't think it's going to take too long to really develop this. And I hope to release it hopefully by the end of the month. That's the goal. This app is going to be, again, a 2D Android/iOS app. I'm going to be developing it in Android Studio using libgdx, which is a 2D game library. I think you can use it for 3D games as well. I'm not too sure. I'm not too proficient in libgdx, so that's going to be a major part of this journey for me. Is throughout school I've had Java, I've had C++, I've had Python, I've done all the web stuff, obviously. But learning a new library like libgdx, learning all the classes you can have, all the methods, everything it gives you is tough. So I'm going to really have to go through the documentation of libgdx to figure out what I need to do, what code I can use and where I can use it, and all of that. Using Android Studio, I will be developing in Java. The past year I actually developed specifically in C++, that's all I did. So going back to Java, it's been a while since I've actually programmed in Java. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge, so I do have a textbook from one of my old classes that I'm going to be following for that if I have any errors or any issues with syntax and, you know, just concepts that I kind of forgot that slipped my mind since I've coded in Java. So the main thing for me is I want to show you guys that I'm not a super experienced developer, and I want to show you guys that it's possible to be successful even if you don't have too much experience in what you want to do. So I've never made an app before in my life. I made a few basic ones following tutorials, basically just copied code that I watched somebody else code, and was able to publish a few stupid apps, but I've never made a game. I'm really going to try to not follow too many tutorials and just really look into the documentation of libgdx and figure it out on my own. But yeah, I want to show you guys the whole development process, the stuff I'm writing in my notebook, the steps I'm taking, the kind of process I have, the development, the software engineering process, I guess, that I've learned throughout school and that I'm going to be applying to this app. I think it's going to be a really fun project, it's going to be a really fun series, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So if you guys are excited about this whole thing, I will be doing, hopefully, not a video a day, but multiple videos a week on this until it's done and published. And then after that, I'm going to keep building and building on this app, especially if it's successful. So I'm going to keep having update videos in the future. Eventually I want to move into 3D game development on mobile devices as well, so that will be coming. But if you are excited for this series, if you are excited to kind of see my path and my road with this app, and then get to play it at the end, because it's going to be a free app, all you guys are going to get to play it. Please subscribe, please hit the like button, and please comment. Start a discussion down there. I will be sure to join in. I'm super excited, guys. I'm really excited. I think this is going to be fun, and it's going to be a challenge, but it's going to be a good challenge and a challenge I'm ready to take on this summer. Alright guys, so that'll do it for the introduction of this series. In the next episode, we will actually start coding, and we're going to start building this app from the ground up. I cannot wait. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video. Peace, guys.